admire and keep up with the other top receivers in the league? You've had a run here facing these guys. Now you get Diggs. Just what are your thoughts on him and what he's doing?
Love his game. Obviously, he got out early and exploded in the league. And he's been doing this for quite some time. I've been watching him for a while. Love his game. Love his route running ability and his ability to really create himself to get open. So it's nice.
Ask Tony this question. You guys obviously are dominant, undefeated at home. Still looking to turn the corner on the road, though. What do you think the difference is between home and playing on the road that'll help you guys find that next gear?
I feel like we got to bring our own music. Obviously, we're going to be in a hostile environment, so we're not going to get as much praise for making big plays, but we kind of got to make that the new norm, just being in a away format. But, we just got to stick to the script, continue to play, make routine plays, and score touchdowns.
Is there bringing on music, is that setting the tone very quickly in the ballgame or just the overall thing?
No, just being who we are. Continue to, execute on all phases of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, and let the scoreboard do the talking.
Like I say, you're focused on your game and what you do, but when you go up against another guy like a Diggs or a Brown last week or Metcalf before, is there kind of a personal who's going to come out of this game with the better stats or looking better?
Not really. I'm on offense just as well as them. I mean, I like watching those guys, so seeing them make plays every now and then, I mean, obviously, you love to see it just because it shows how elite the other guys are on the opposite sideline. So not really more so a comparison situation, just all on, ultimately come out the game with a dub.
CeeDee, it looks like it could be a cold, wet day on Sunday. Is it good to get some experience like that under your belt, especially with the potential in the playoffs you could be in a scenario like that?
I feel like any game we could be in a scenario like that. So mentally, it's all about preparation, and physically, obviously, just going out doing that and executing the right way, and not really being lackadaisical with our focus. Look the ball in, hold the ball high and tight, and things of that nature.
Are you a sleeves guy?
Huh?
Are you a sleeves guy?
No.
Why not?
I mean, I feel like that's a recipe waiting for disaster.
Is there an adjustment that you make, CD, if it were to be raining, be it gloves or the way you catch the football?
Not at all. Just keeping my hands dry for the most important part. Obviously, the ball's going to be wet, but just taking care of the ball is the main thing.
Obviously, you guys have been home for the last couple of weeks, but with the weather and then a kind of a hostile environment going into someone else's home field, how much more important are these road games the last couple of weeks to prepare for playoffs?
Personally, I feel like I take every game personal, whether it's home or away. But, going out there and then as we hear the weather is going to be bad, I mean, you mentally prepare yourself for that, but you never really know because the weather varies. So just going out there ready to execute, play our game, no matter what it is. Just got to go out there and win a football game.
You've got the 5-game touchdown streak. T.O. was the last one to have 6 in a row here. It was 07. What's more important for a receiver, a touchdown or a volume of catches and yards?
A win. That's the most important to me, to be honest.
CeeDee, how would you describe playing with Jake Ferguson?
He's a character. It's very exciting, I will say that. So any given time he makes a good play, he comes back in the huddle. That's probably the best part about it. But, he gets gritty. He does the dirty work. And obviously you see he gets rewarded with passes, and he does the rest.
How much from a mentality standpoint has he grown from last year to this year?
I mean, he's getting more comfortable, and that comes with, experience and just being around, And as he see how the flow of this offense goes and he understands that he's a key contributor, it just makes him more comfortable, more relaxed to be who he is personally and as a professional athlete.
How would you describe him personally? Is he a funny guy, serious-minded guy? How would you
Very funny guy. Very funny guy. And no, I'm not giving you no example.
Yeah, I was ready for that one.
I'm already knowing.
You like that about him, too, that he's funny, but when you get on the field.
Absolutely. You need a guy that can turn it off and on. And he understands when and when not, So whenever the opportunity is there, he's definitely going to, shoot a shot with a joke. But obviously when it's time to lock in, he's down to make that down block on that edge.
Is he the best trash talker on the team?
No. He's definitely top of him. He might be, actually. He talks the most on offense for sure, besides that.
Who's the best defensive trash talker?
On the team? Yeah. I mean, they all talk. I don't know. I'm not in the game.
You heard him in training camp, though.
They don't talk trash in training camp.
Were you surprised that A.J. Brown called Gilmore old during the game?
Say that again?
Were you surprised that A.J. Brown called Gilmore old?
Yeah, I mean, he ain't old. He ain't old. He's just very experienced, you know. But he's definitely a guy that, you know, I've said it in plenty of times. Like, he can still move. The age is just, you know, the age, you can't really go back on that. But mentally, he's still there. And obviously, physically, he can come up and make those big plays and make big stops and still able to travel your best receiver. So shout out to Gilly for that, man. I appreciate him. I tell him thank you every day.
What was it like seeing him a little more animated or fired up than his usual kind of chill persona after Brown called him?
Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear.
CeeDee, this time last year, I probably don't want to bring this up, but we were talking a lot about interceptions. You know, right now, Jack's got one of the best, lowest totals in that category. What's your appreciation for how different this offense is from a year ago?
I'm very appreciative, I guess. You know what I'm saying? We're rolling. Number one in a lot of categories. Dak's leading the league in a lot of things, and I'm happy for him, man. He's very accurate. He's been balling out of control, and you know, getting different guys the ball and being who Dak is. Us in this locker room is no surprise to us. It's just continue to go out there and play. But the media, I don't hear too much about interceptions now. It's funny. It's actually hilarious. It's actually real hilarious. But I'm gonna say the rest for whatever.
CeeDee, this running game, it kind of feels like it's starting to find its stride a little bit. Whenever it does get to max potential, how will it help you and the rest of the receivers?
A lot. Not as much zone, I guess. You know, you got to respect the offense. You got to respect the running game. You got to respect the backs that we have. And then as soon as you make the mistake of, you know, coming down and leaving us one-on-one, that's when I feel like it's our opportunity as receivers on the outside to execute and make a big play. So, you know, we're going to continue to, you know, pound the rock and establish a run game.
What's the biggest reason for your red zone improvement from week 1 to where you guys are now?
Adjustments. This is a game of adjustments, and who makes the most, that's who wins the game. And I feel like we've done a great job of adjusting and, you know, moving me around a lot, obviously moving around a lot of pieces, not just myself, but just being involved in the red zone a lot more.
Do you feel like this passing game is at max potential?
Yeah. But I feel like we still can get better. You know, it's obviously, I say that every time. You know what I'm saying? But when you're on the field, when you're out there and you understand, like, you get a couple incompletions and you know, like, you could have had those. So in those situations to where, like, not having no my bads or, you know, mishaps, that's why I feel like we're going to be our best. But right now we're definitely rolling.
Thanks, CeeDee.
Appreciate you.